I want to ask you about Jay-Z's album.
I think it's genius. I mean, like all of his projects, I thought it was really great.
I would hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind, but I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling.
Jay-Z, the billionaire rap icon who transformed his Marcy Projects upbringing into an empire of cultural dominance and generational wealth, now finds himself in the eye of a storm that threatens to unravel his carefully curated legacy. This isn't another cryptic lyric or resurfaced feud. These are deeply personal allegations. Multiple individuals have stepped forward, claiming to be his biological children, born out of alleged relationships kept in the shadows. While their mothers raised them without support, watching from the sidelines as the man they believed to be, their father rapped about loyalty and legacy.
Felonies, I'm not crazy or none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
The controversy exploded when a 28-year-old woman named Letitia Mayer went public with a powerful online video declaring herself Jay-Z's daughter. Her claim isn't based on vague resemblance alone. She insists the mirror doesn't lie. Family members back her up, including a woman who says she personally introduced Mayer's mother to Jay-Z. That one statement rippled across social media and industry circles alike. But Murr isn't the only one. Reimer Satterthwaite has been in a legal tug-of-war with Jay-Z's team for over a decade, pleading for a simple DNA test. Yet,
this part is not alleged. Jay-Z and his team, they have been ducking and dodging,
been met with relentless legal resistance, prompting many to ask if there's nothing to hide. Why not just take the test? Jay-Z's lawyers labeled these allegations as harassment and extortion, but critics argue the legal obstruction feels it's more like $1 billion shield than an honest defense. Whispers from insiders suggest the situation may be even more layered. Allegedly, Beyoncé, known for her razor-sharp control over the Carter brand, has drawn a hard line. Unverified sources claim she has demanded these stories be kept far from her family's image, threatening the stability of the empire if they aren't. If true, this could explain Jay-Z's continued silence and refusal to cooperate. Is he protecting his marriage or avoiding the truth? Adding more intrigue is talk of a covert financial fund and alleged shadow account used to support individuals who might be tied to Jay-Z by blood. Rent, school tuition, and living expenses have reportedly been paid discreetly, managed through heavy-handed NDAs. Former ROC Nation insider claims Beyoncé discovered this fund in late 2022, triggering months of tension behind closed doors. While no one's whispering divorce just yet, they certainly aren't saying bliss either. It's important to remember Jay-Z has publicly acknowledged past infidelity pain that he and Beyoncé channeled into their music. But this situation cuts deeper. It's not about cheating. It's about lineage, inheritance, and the legitimacy of the Carter legacy. The sudden emergence of grown adults claiming to be part of that legacy could fracture the narrative the Carters have so meticulously built, where Blue Ivy and the twins are the only rightful heirs to the throne. Court documents tied to Reimer's claim.
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint. And in a civil complaint, it goes through the technical legal process. Now, the distinction, Jessica, between civil and criminal, of course, is that civil is for monetary damages, right? The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to
claims suggest more than just legal back and forth. Allegations of misleading property records and judicial delay paint a picture of systematic evasion rather than straightforward legal handling. Reimer's mother claimed under oath that she and Jay-Z had a relationship in the early 90s when she was just 16, a timeline that, true, adds a disturbing edge. Letitia Mayer's story adds even more emotional weight. She describes growing up in a town where whispers about her father never stopped, raising children of her own while her mother battled illness. She's not begging for fame or cash, she's demanding acknowledgement. Her relatives support her. Claims including an aunt who insists she saw Jay-Z and Letitia's mother together multiple times in their youth. What once looked like harmless fun now looms with generational consequence. What's striking is the pattern to different individuals from separate worlds. telling eerily similar stories and facing nearly identical resistance. What insiders say is true. There's an entire system in place to suppress these narratives' non-disclosures.
I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak-off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make
payments and courtroom tactics meant to exhaust rather than resolve. It's less about money and more about maintaining the illusion of control. Then there's the connection to Sean. Diddy calms Jay's longtime industry peer who is currently weathering his own legal firestorm. Some believe Jay's eyes sudden silence
Jay-Z got his whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got it after. The feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your
during Diddy's scandals is a calculated distance, possibly fearing collateral damage. The two were recently named in the same civil lawsuit tied to a decades-old party. And while Jay-Z denies all allegations and challenges accusers to go criminal, the optics are toxic. If we zoom out, the image becomes clearer and more damning. A man revered for his entrepreneurial spirit and lyrical truth is now accused of hiding his own children. Beyoncé, once considered the epitome of grace and command, is rumored to be enforcing silence behind the scenes. The quiet is no longer golden, it's suspicious.
Initially, when Beyoncé started dating Jay-Z, who is very successful, but he's also, generally considered a gangster rapper.
Public sentiment is shifting. The hashtag Take the Test has exploded across social platforms. Viral posts juxtapose Jay-Z's image with that of his alleged children, with captions like DNA doesn't lie and face-to-face with the truth. Longtime fans are beginning to question the man behind the myth. And the pressure isn't just social anymore, it's corporate, it's cultural, and legacy shaking. And while Beyoncé has maintained her usual public silence, insiders say she's living not.
I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people.
Necessarily about the accusations, but about the failure to bury them before they reach the spotlight. Her brand thrives on precision, privacy, and perfection. Any dent in that image isn't just a PR problem, it's an existential one. Even her own family history is under renewed scrutiny. Beyoncé has half-siblings she has never publicly embraced, raising new questions about how she navigates public versus private family. Is her silence about protecting her children or preserving the illusion that her family is flawless? As the storm intensifies, one thing is becoming clear. This isn't just about Jay-Z or even about Beyoncé. It's about truth, power, and the cost of controlling a narrative in the age of digital exposure. And as more alleged children step forward and more buried details resurface, the silence surrounding the Carters may not be able to hold much longer. Legacy is what's truly at stake. Blue Ivy's polished image, her historic Grammy wins, her poised red carpet moments, and her early foothold in massive partnerships like Disney is built on the foundation that she is the product of two cultural.
After that major documentary comes out on Diddy, then you're going to start to hear more and more about Jay-Z and his
titans. But what happens when the myth of that flawless lineage begins to crack? If it's revealed that her father, Jay-Z, spent years dodging paternity allegations and discreetly financing alleged secret families through hush money accounts, that pristine narrative doesn't just take a hit, it implodes, even without legal confirmation. The damage is already taking root. Perception is the currency that powers every sponsorship deal, every brand collaboration, every stadium tour. And if even one of
the new video with Nas and DJ Khaled, it's a scene where it's checkerboards. These are all occult Satan.
These paternity claims proves true, the fallout could extend far beyond tabloids. It could shift the entire legal and financial architecture of the Carter estate. With their fortune estimated north of $2 billion, any confirmed paternity could throw inheritance and trust agreements into chaos. Blue Ivy, long styled as the crowned successor of the Carter kingdom, could suddenly find herself sharing the spotlight. And more critically, her legal standing with siblings she's never met. Should multiple claimants be verified, the ripple effects intensify. This isn't just a matter of who's entitled to what tits, a moral reckoning of whether Jay-Z built an empire while knowingly sidelining potential heirs. But it's not just a question of money, it's about identity, recognition, and emotional justice. Imagine growing up.
By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling?